Like a mugger on a moonless night, it sprang from the shadows. No chance for a fair fight, no chance at all. Papers in order, neatly stacked on my...
Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? We're going to do a video series here on the FX descriptions and how you can use them. They can be used with any X32 mixer, okay? Now, if you go to page 13 of the X32 Rack Digital Mixer User Manual, you're going to find a description of every single thing that we're going to go over, okay? Now, guys, there is no, you only use it for this particular thing when it comes to audio. You can mix and match these. You can use these in ways to get whatever sound that you're looking for, okay? And we're just going to go over the basic operations with them because it's impossible for me to tell you how to use these on your sound because I'm not there. I'm going to, the things that I want to do is I want to show you what I would use them on. Okay? Now, the first thing we're going to go over is going to be the channel strip because we have the gate, we have the EQ, and we have the compressor all built into that channel strip. While you may not use compression on everything, you definitely want to use EQ on everything. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. If you go online and you Google the instrument frequency chart, this is what you're going to see. There's many up there, but this is the one that I refer to. Okay, and if you notice, it's got all the hertz at the top and the bottom, and on the left hand side it's going to tell you what the ranges are from the percussion, the brass, the woodwinds, the strings, and then you've got your piano chart, you've got your octaves, and then down here at the bottom it's going to show you what your sub-bass frequencies are, your bass frequencies, your low mids, your mid mids, your high mids, and then your high frequencies. Okay? The first thing you must understand about EQing is you've got to know what these frequencies are. If nothing else, you should be using high pass and low pass filters. Okay? And this is going to clean a lot of things out of your audio. And it's the little things, guys. Okay? It's never one great big step. It's all the little things added together that's going to give you a better sound. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is volume. Okay? Inputs. And for that, we're going to go up there and we're going to go to Ian Shepard's website. Okay? Now, up here, Ian Shepard, I've been following Ian probably 12 years now. The guy's absolutely brilliant. Now, Ian actually started a website concerning the loudness wars, and he kept predicting this, that sooner or later, these platforms are going to start compressing your audio because they want everything to be on the same even keel, okay? And this is what it was with YouTube. Right now, YouTube, I think, is running around 14 LUFS. And I know this because I read it off of Ian's site. And every single streaming platform has their own threshold, okay? Just like with the compressors, just like with the gates. Once you hit that threshold, guys, they're going to just sit there and compress it down. They're going to make you meet their standards. And that's what his article appears about. YouTube just put the final nail in the loudness wars coughing. Okay? And there's a reason I want you to know this. If you're going to take the time and mix and master your audio, put it in a video, run it up to YouTube, and you're sitting there at 8 LUFS, 9 LUFS, they're going to sit there and compress it, and they're going to compress everything in it until they get it to that softer 14 LUFS. Okay, negative 14 LUFS, guys. And you just need to come up here and read the article. He's got a couple meters up here. We're going to be able to do this in Reaper, and I'm going to show you that when we go back down into Reaper. The song we're going to be using is called Fierce Captains at the Helm. One of our members allowed me to use their audio. I absolutely fell in love with this song. Everything that I'll show you, I guarantee you, is no critiquing whatsoever. As a sound engineer, if I was to receive these files, then this is the way that I would perceive it. This is exactly the process that I would use. There's no criticism whatsoever. This song has really touched my heart. It's hit home with me. We've lost loved ones due to COVID. Go up to youtube.com and just search for Fierce Captains at the Helm. All right? Now let's go ahead and jump down into Reaper. Okay, guys, so here we are in Reaper. Now, a couple things I want to show you with the new versions with Reaper, the latest version. I can actually come up here now, and I'm going to set my meters to where my LUFS. I don't want it to go any more than a 14 dBs, which is going to be the offset for the LUFS. And this is going to put me right in time with YouTube. Okay? When I do my videos, when I put them up on YouTube, I normally get them somewhere around 14.5 to 15. And this will make sure that YouTube will never come in there and squash or compress the audio in my video. Now, I've got some markers up here. Lead Vox, start the gate here. So let's go ahead and open this up just a little bit. And this is the first thing you'll notice. When you start looking at enough waveforms, you'll know when something's in there that shouldn't be. Okay, and that's what that is right there. You can see the fuzz. And when fuzz in audio is buzz. Okay, you'll start getting these sounds, and it could be lip smacks. It could be whatever that's in there. It could be a hum. Okay, so if we come over here to the electric guitar, look at that waveform. Okay, you see how nice and smooth that is to every single note played. Okay, so this tells me they either used a DI box or maybe they came out of an amp directly into the recording device, but that's the way that I'm perceiving it. Okay, now over here on number 3, the marker there, we're going to come over here, and this is another, I actually took this off of another file that was up here because it's got some, not distortion, it's got a heavy static background noise in it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just listen to that, and I'm going to show you what I took out of it, or how I use Reaper to take this out. And then, because I want to clean up the files before we jump over there and get into the X32 edit. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to that.
To the Fierce Captains at Penn Presbyterian Medicine, thank you.
Okay, now you should be wearing headphones here, guys. Okay, you need to be wearing headphones when you watch these videos, because as I mentioned before, it's all the little things that are going to make the difference. Okay, never one big great thing. So in Reaper, they have what they call a Reaper, and it is a noise removal tool, and it's real simple to do. You're just going to come up here, and let me get back to where I was. I didn't mean to click that off, but that's all right. I might as well just show you here in real time. Let's go ahead and turn this on. What I want to do is capture some of this.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to get past that thank you. You hear that? That's what I want right there. So I'm going to capture this window, and I'm just going to play that right there. You see? Watch what happens. Gone. Okay? So now let's listen to that again. and hear the difference.
The fierce captains at Penn Presbyterian Medicine, thank you.
This is with it off.
The fierce captains at Penn Presbyterian Medicine, thank you.
Okay? Now, I can't tell you why that's in there. Okay? I don't know. I wasn't there when they recorded it. So, if I was to get this in, just like with this, the lead Vox 1 set gate here. So over here on the lead Vox, okay, the lead vocal, let's go ahead and listen to this now with the gate off, and then I'm going to turn the gate on. You can hear a little bit of the breathing noise in there, so let's go ahead and turn it on. You see how that just clears it right up, just cleans it right up. Okay? So I'm going to turn both these FX off. And let's go ahead and jump into X32 edit. Okay guys, now on this particular layout that I have, I've got 2 DCAs over here. I've got the guitars and the Vox, because that's basically all that it is. It's actually 13 channels, plus the 1 channel that I cut there at the very end, the one that I showed you. And if you remember what we talked about with gating, here's the lead vocal, the one that I marked in Reaper. And that's what we're going to start with first. Now, I'm going to show you on 1 channel. And then I'm going to go through here at a later time, and I'm going to do the exact same thing to every channel concerning the gate, the dynamics, the compression, as well as the EQ. Now, the only 2 exceptions is going to be the keyboard and the electric guitar, because if you remember on the electric guitar, I showed you that waveform. There's no reason for me to put a gate on that. I'm pretty sure they used a DI box, or they came off the back of their amp directly into, which I'm assuming or hoping it's the X32 rack. Okay, so let's go ahead and come up here to the gate, and I'm going to unmute this and just listen to it. Now here, we're going to have it on the gate, okay? This is our threshold. When do we want that? If you look at the meters over here, you'll see what's coming in and you'll see what's coming out right here. All we want to do is raise this up until that out meter stops. You see? Now the attack, how fast do we want this to happen? We want this to happen very quickly. So we're going to bring this down as far as we can. That's the reaction time, okay? Instantly here. There's the 1 millisecond. The gate is no different than a gate you would see on a fence. It opens and it shuts. How fast it opens and how fast it shuts is your attack and your release. So normally when you're doing vocals, you want the attack very fast. On the release, you don't want it as fast because it's going to cut off the tail of the word. So instead of being, you know, if you've got that release set real quick, as that gets lower at the end, it's going to sound like and you don't want that. Okay? So there it is. It's that simple to put a gate on this. Okay? And all we've done is just taking that breathing right out of this file. Okay? Guys, you can do this live. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on the compression. We're going to do a 2-to-1 ratio over here on the compression. Again, we're going to set our threshold. I'm going to go back into Reaper now, and I'm going to expand that window so we can work on this part of it. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So as you can see, I've got my input. Let's go back here to channel since we were talking about the volume, the loudness. As you can see, I want it in there between that -18, -15. If it goes over a little bit, guys, that's all right. Okay. So let's go over here to the compressor. And there we go. Like I said, we want a 2-to-1 ratio. The compressor, same thing. We've got our ratio here is a 4-to-1. And I apologize, I was moving the wrong lever. Let's go up here. Let's stay with a 3-to-1 ratio. In vocals, you never really want to compress more than 6 dBs. Okay. So as I run this up, as you can see, that meter is going up. It's not compressing anything now. And if I bring this down, okay, my threshold, then I'm getting that compression in. What you do not want to do is have it like this. Okay, you can see it's coming down way too much. All right. So I want to keep this particular part, and I'm at the loudest part of this audio, guys, just so you know. Okay. Again, it is not one single thing. It's all the little things combined. Now the mix, I wanted 100% wet. Okay. And the makeup gain is 3 dBs. If I'm going to compress this 3 dBs around that area, 3 to 6, let me bring this just a little bit. I want to keep it right around that 3 dB mark. Okay. And then I want my makeup gain to be 3 dBs. Again, the attack, I want it to come on very quickly. I want it to hold. We can put it up here. As you can, and you'll see this gain envelope up here. Okay, I'm going to run this up to around 7 milliseconds. It's just the way that I like it. And the release around the 55. Okay, this is default right here. And the key source is the self. It's the channel. Okay, it's what I'm compressing here. So let's go ahead and listen to that.
Once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore.
This is with it off.
And know I would see you once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7.
Okay. Now, another thing you need to be very conscious of, even though we set our gate, we may have to come back and play with this once we do the compression, guys, because that's what the compressor does. It brings down the highs and it brings up the lows. Okay, the not low as frequency, but low as far as volume. And what will happen is you'll bring that noise floor right up there with it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go back to this now and just listen.
More. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore. And know I would see you once more.
You hear that one little breath that's coming in right there? Listen to it again, and I'm going to see if I can manipulate that out of here.
You once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore. And know I would see you once more. Dante.
You hear how that audio just faded out right there, guys? That's because I got my threshold set, okay, too high. So I'm going to leave it down there around that negative 25. Now, let's go ahead and run over to the EQ. Okay, guys, so what I've done is I basically loaded a preset for vocals that comes with the X32 rack. And I'm going to start playing with this. So I'm going to turn off the low cuts, and this is to it raw. I'm going to start turning these on and just kind of watch what I do.
7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore. And know I would see you once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore, and know I would see you once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore, and know I would see you once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all.
Okay, so right now, guys, I kind of like that. All right. Now, if you want to know about the curves here, this is what's your Q. Okay. The Q is the size of the curve. You see how it's a 0.9? I think with these particular ones here, they go up to 4. Watch this change. Okay, watch this band change right here on that curve. Actually, let's come over here to, so we'll try this one right here. 0.6, and let's make it a 4. There it goes. Did you see it jump up right there? Let's change it back to 0.6. And you'll see that curve come right back down here again. Okay? So let's go ahead and listen to it again. This is with the EQ on, and then I'm going to turn it off.
7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore, and know I would see you once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took...
You hear that hiss that's coming in with this audio? I'm going to try and take it out with this band right here. Listen to it.
Once more. Dante's Inferno, 7 levels in all. It took 7 more to see the shore, and know I would see you once more.
Okay? And that's it, guys. That's it for the channel strip. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do every one of these just like I did this one right here. And then we're going to start getting into our individual FX types. Okay? And we'll go from there. But like I said, you really need to go up there and read the description of these so you'll have a better understanding, okay, of what we're going to be doing here. All right? Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.